This is the Schleg Daddy.
This is Tony T.
And we are the Wedge Busters! And it's time for our recap of exciting Week 2 NFL action. Buffalo trailed 21-3 at halftime, but used 35 second-half points behind maybe breakout star Ryan Fitzpatrick as the Buffalo Bills defeated the Oakland Raiders 38-35.
Well, the Chiefs showed up to the Pontiac Silverdome. Unfortunately, the Lions took the game to Ford Field and put a throttle to the Chiefs, winning 48-3. Matt Stafford is for real. Jamal Charles out for the year.
And it just gets worse for the Kansas City Chiefs. That would be Jay Cutler. The New Orleans Saints rode an impressive second-half performance behind stud quarterback Drew Brees and an impressive pass rush, and Jay Cutler and the Bears just quit. The Saints win 30-13.
Indianapolis, it may be time to make a call down to Mississippi to a certain number 4. You get steamrolled by Peyton Hillis and the Cleveland Browns, 27-19.
Ouchies. It might be an arrow in Marvelous Mark's heart, but it is music to our ears. For the second straight week, the Minnesota Vikings blow a double-digit halftime lead. The Buccaneers came back strong on the road in the Roller Dome behind Josh Freeman and LeGarrette Blount's 2-touchdown second-half performance as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win 24-20. Well, Terry Bradshaw looks like an idiot because after 2 weeks, Cam Newton looks like the real deal. But
off to a strong start, Cam Newton leads the Panthers up to a 13-0 lead, but ends up throwing 3 interceptions. A-Rod goes for 308 yards as the Packers take the victory from the Carolina Panthers 30-23.
Pittsburgh did what they needed to do, rebound strongly at home against a piece of crap team, and the Seattle Seahawks have officially thrown their hat once and for all into the Andrew Luck sweepstakes. Fuck the world! The Pittsburgh Steelers roll 24-0.
Now, birds usually lay eggs, and that's what the Ravens did this week. Coming off a strong victory against the Steelers, they went ahead and lost to the Tennessee Titans 26-13.
No matter how hard Rex Grossman tried, the Washington Redskins found a way to come back and end up beating the Arizona Cardinals 22-21. Here's a memo, Cardinals. Maybe you should try stopping an opposing team's quarterback.
Maybe it is Blaine Gabbert time. As Jacksonville, I guess, showed up to the Meadowlands, but took a beating from the Jets 32-3. What else can I say?
Everything that Tony Romo wasn't in Week 1, he was in Week 2. He was sound decision-making late in the game, played with toughness, and the Dallas Cowboys, behind Tony Romo and Miles Austin's 3 touchdown catches, defeated the San Francisco 49ers on the road in overtime 27-24.
In the Mile High Stadium, even Andy Dalton's 332 yards, 2 touchdowns couldn't bring back the Cincinnati Bengals to beat the Denver Broncos because Kyle Orton was too good.
Was he?
The pride of Pella, Iowa.
Oh, God. Broncos win 24-22. With Tom Brady not only making a strong early season statement for the MVP award, but appearing to want to take on all single-season passing records known to man, the New England Patriots defeated the San Diego Chargers 35-21.
With a 2-0 start, the Houston Texans have pretty much booked their playoff appearance this year, taking on Miami in Miami and beating Miami in Miami 23-13.
Jeremy Maclin had a monster game, 13 catches for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns, but Michael Vick left the game with an injury. Matt Ryan, while not always pretty, I guess was effective because he did throw for 4 touchdown passes, and Atlanta recovered from their Week 1 shellacking, beating the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday night 35-31. In the Monday night game, the New York Giants started off strong and never really looked back, defeating the St. Louis Rams 28-16. And now it's time for us to give out some individual and team awards for Week 2. We'll start off with the game of the week. I'll go first. What the hell? The tale of 2 halves, as you call it. Oakland Raiders and Buffalo Bills. The first half, it looked like the Raiders were strong and they were legit. And maybe Buffalo just beat a really bad Chiefs team. Well, they did. But Buffalo came back in the second half behind maybe emerging star quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick. 35 second half points. It was an awesome finish to an awesome game.
Ralph Wilson's looking more like a genius hiring Chan Gailey as head coach.
Who'd have thunk it, huh? And what about you? Your game of the week?
My game of the week was a thriller. Atlanta and Philadelphia. It showed a lot. Atlanta needed to come back and make a strong presence after losing to the Bears, kind of laying an egg.
Vic going back to where his career started.
And Vic going out earlier with the concussion. Matty Ice coming back to win. It was a solid game. They needed to win that.
Time for the team of the week. Tasteless one?
I'm going to take the Steel Curtain. Coming out really lame against the Ravens last week, pitching a shutout against the Seattle team. Roethlisberger having a knee injury late in the game, but coming back and leading the team to a victory.
And I will take one of the big stories of the NFL right now, the 2-0 Detroit Lions, 48-3. The Chiefs may be bad, but that team still put up 48 points. And as long as Stafford stays upright and healthy, that is the only thing that matters right now for that franchise. They are a legit, at least, wild card contender, and they're my team of the week.
Hell, even the Lions' second team offense outscored the Chiefs.
Now it's time
For the losers of the week.
and this is fun. We will not pile on the Kansas City Chiefs. Agreed?
Agreed.
They lost Jamal Charles. They're getting hit by that good season last year, lucky season, and then all the injuries
They have
this year.
3 starters right now in the IR already.
So, your loser of the week.
I'm going to go with Seattle. I mean, you traded last year for Charlie Whitehurst. You went ahead and signed Tavares Jackson and Sidney Rice. You don't have an offense. You don't have a line. You don't have a defense. Pete Carroll. I understand that you're probably in the Andrew Luck race, but come on.
Matt Barkley, somebody.
There's a whole season to go. Play some ball.
Man. And I will take the Minnesota Vikings. Last week against the Chargers on the road in the West Coast, they were up 17-7 at halftime. They decided to do one better this time. Instead of blowing a 10-point halftime lead, they decided we'll blow a 17-point halftime lead, allowing Tampa Bay to come back. And they were, Gerhardt and Peterson were rolling on the ground. Everything was looking up for the Vikings. McNabb was playing decent. And then the wheels fucking came off. It's about to get ugly in Minnesota if they don't start winning real soon. And if it's going to keep going like this, they're going to have to play Christian Ponder at some point. Surprise, surprise. The Homer picks now are GOATs of the week. It's all you, Tony.
That Packers defense, Swiss cheese rubber band defense, whatever you want to call it, for 2 consecutive weeks, giving up tons of passing yards, giving up tons of scores, even letting a rookie quarterback run and throw all over them.
432 passing yards.
They did pick him off 3 times. We did lose Nick Collins for the season, possibly career-threatening injury to his neck. I'm not going to make excuses, but that was terrible. Just terrible.
The Packers have a lot of talent, and they very well could repeat this year. But if they can't get that defense in order, the Saints are one thing, but the Panthers, with 5 minutes to go, had a chance to tie that damn game up. No excuse for that. Boy, we're going to have a lot of fun watching Week 3. Now we come to me. Oh, boy. Tasteless one. Any idea who my GOAT of the week would be?
A certain quarterback for a certain Chicago team.
Now, to be fair, I could just as easily say the Bears' offensive line in the second half and their defensive line throughout the whole game. They couldn't block for Cutler, and that defensive line got absolutely zero pressure on Breeze throughout the game. $91 million for Peppers is worth it. But when you see Jay Cutler waving off his quarterback coach and sitting there and acting like the crying, whiny little bitch that he is, and you see his team fall apart and have nothing in the second half, is there anybody else that should be the GOAT?
That offensive line, maybe?
Other than them, because they were shitty too. But when in doubt, who ultimately is the face of an NFL franchise?
The quarterback.
Who did they give up 2 first-round picks, Kyle Orton, and a third-round pick for?
The quarterback.
Jay Cutler, you are my go to the week. Fuck you. So let us know down below what your thoughts were of week 2 of the 2011 NFL season. For the Wedge Busters, I am the Schleg Daddy.
Tasteless Tony T, and stay tuned to see which one of us keeps our sanity next week when the Bears and the Packers face off.
Guess what'll be our game of the week?